I've kept a little notebook with me for most of my adult life. It's a graveyard of thoughts and impulses, a way to carry what I have forgotten more than a way to really remember anything. But, I do thumb through it sometimes, and the other day I found this page. I don't know when I wrote this. The truth is I could have written it at any time in the last 15 years. Ever since the end of the academic conveyor belt sent me tottering out amongst the adults, I've been trying to outrun this feeling that if only I had the right idea, studied the right discipline, met the right people, made the right video, I could become the best, most successful version of myself. And since I didn't yet feel like I was the best, most successful version of myself, that must mean that I am, in fact, having the wrong ideas, studying the wrong disciplines, hanging with the wrong people, and making the wrong videos. I'm going the wrong way. Every time I dare to relax, when I haven't finished the day's checklist, I'm going the wrong way. And of course, this is a stupid, intrusive thought born of irrational anxiety, but it can't be wrong all the time. Sometimes I am going the wrong way. The playwright Sarah Rule once wrote an essay about how her kid kept barging into her writing room to distract her, even going so far as to document a moment in which the kid interrupted that very essay. And her reaction to that distraction has always stuck with me. Quote, I found that life intruding on writing was, in fact, life, and that, tempting as it may be for a writer who is also a parent, one must not think of life as an intrusion. At the end of the day, writing has very little to do with writing and much to do with life, and life, by definition, is not an intrusion. I have really young kids who are definitely the biggest obstacle to my ability to sink infinite hours into leveling up into the best, most successful version of myself. But how can I say that time spent with them is time spent going the wrong way? Just about every day, I take my oldest toddler out for a walk around our suburban neighborhood, and he just wrecks the place. He veers beside the sidewalks, zigzagging wherever he pleases. He bangs on people's garage doors because he likes the sound. He steals rocks from yards and then drops them 2 blocks away. So much of modern human life is about following the paths that others have paved for you. I daily teach my son what's under his feet, that the concrete means something. Has it come to mean too much? Sometimes he'll just sit down right there in the middle of the sidewalk, and it always feels like a transgression. Passers-by will often ask if something is wrong. You gotta keep moving, even though every suburb is a series of paths with no destinations, an orderly, meticulously labeled maze of fences, locked doors, and do not disturb signs. I'm getting to an age where I don't know if I'm ever going to get where 20-something Nathan thought he desperately needed to go, and I try to imagine what it would feel like if I did get there, wherever there is. Mostly I imagine it as an absence, not worrying about money, not worrying about how I'm perceived, and not worrying about going the wrong way. But what would be present when I got there? What would I feel? I think I would probably feel how I feel when my toddler says, I'll race you to the stairs, as we loiter outside a playground. We take off running and he exclaims, I am so fast, and I laugh. I laugh because he is so fast. I laugh because I am so fast too. I laugh because the stairs are actually that way.